Hello everyone and welcome to the ESEA LAN tournament where the four very best teams from North America have gathered in Dallas to see once and for all who is the champion of Season 15. I am very excited. I am Bloodsire, and joining me is the man from another land, the legend himself, Admirable. What's going on, buddy?
Woo! I'm so hyped, buddy. Just been doing my North American research because I'm pretty clueless about what's happening over there this season. I've been dipping in and out, seeing a few of your articles. I got as far as the second week, so I assume we're going to be seeing a team called Watch This, and some guy called Raw Dog predicted the dark horse of the tournament would be, let me remember, oh wait, they didn't make it either. How's it going?
What's going on? Yeah, things looked much differently back in week 2. Things were definitely played out very different than we might have suspected. Certainly as I suspected. But no, we have with the 4 teams we should mention. The first seed are IT, second seed are Mix Up, the third seed is I'm blanking here on the third seed. Can you help me out?
In translation. Lost in your mind.
Lost in translation. It's the IT Lit thing that gets me. And then the fourth seed is We Love Anime. Of course, we're going to be bringing you the first match of the tournament, which is Team 8, the first seed, versus We Love Anime, the 4th seed. And actually, in the server right now, we have 11 players waiting on that elusive 12th. I'm going to allow you to run through the IT roster.
Oh man, this is my first real test. I've been panicking all day.
Yeah, you said you were ready.
Can I blag my way through this North American stuff? Well, as I understand it, at first I had to clarify, was it IT or was it IT? But we've decided to go with it, On Medic, they got Indust. I think this is his first season in Invite. He's supposedly the try-hard medic, seems to be doing well for himself. I saw he had least deaths this season. That's impressive. He's going to be pocketed by Landscape. Then you got RR on Roamer, apparently the best in the division. Banny switching it up to Scout. He's going to be partnered by Shrugger. And then you got Xelox, who has stepped in to fill the boots of the Pipe Jesus, man. That's a tough job.
Yes, definitely a tough job. Big shoes to fill over on Xelox, but he did a good job this season. He's definitely proven that he deserves to be on that team. And meanwhile, Banny has been just as great on Scout as he was on Demo Man. Looking over on the We Love Anime side, they have Wireless Fox on Medic, who joined them late in the season. Proved to be a solid medic. So his first LAN, I believe. In fact, a lot of these We Love Anime players, it's their first time attending LAN. I believe just about all of them, this is their first LAN. So with Wireless Fox over on the Medic, we have SS on Pocket. He's joined by Mangachu, who also joined the team late. Mangachu made it to LAN, he made it to Invite, and now he's at LAN. His dad's there too. Congratulations to you, Mangachu. He is the roamer. Over on Demo Man, we have Fracture, who also made it to LAN. A little bit of controversy in terms of him being there, but he is here. And on the Scouts, of course, we have Stradivarius and Jav. And actually, we are setting up our classes and going live soon. It's a caster's dream. We are not wasting any time here, Admirable. We're getting right into it.
Yeah, I didn't even want to mention, the LAN boogie word that is delays, but so far things running pretty smoothly. Touch wood.
Yep, and we see the green text of awesomeness. We are live, ladies and gentlemen. The first match, the first round of the ESEA LAN tournament here versus Team IT and We Love Anime. I'm taking a look at Xelox, 9:43 on the clock. He gets out to the middle point and puts a sticky towards window, dodges a rocket, takes a rocket, spamming away. RR with a quick bomb is going to take down Jav, and Banny's going to take down Strat, and Banny gets a second onto Mangachu. RR gets a second onto Wireless Fox. It is all blue team and IT right now. They are clean on middle. Only lost Shrugger. Their medic is alive, the full wipe. Not a great way to start the tournament for We Love Anime. Admirable, nice job from IT.
Yeah, I was watching the Mangachu perspective. He's a player that intrigues me, but he just decided to go under and try and push to his slope. But even before he made it halfway up the slope, RR was in there with the first pick. Outroamed, son! And eventually they all got cleaned up. Things just snowball their control right now. They're clutching onto last for dear life, but they're facing a massive 80% Uber disadvantage. There's a level 2 sentry up there as well. And I'm sure IT have spotted that one out. Now they're trying to use this time wisely to figure out how to break this. They're going to lead with Soldier and Demo. Big spam power here to break this sentry. It goes down instantly. And they have stacked lots of Uber players up top left on that attacking perspective. They're not going to commit everybody to the point. They're just going to bait one at a time, try and get some damage done. But at the same time, We Love Anime are making a go of it, but no! Too strong there. They all drop down and get cleaned up landscape. And Zealoc's doing work there. A little help from Barry as well.
Yeah, nice job from it right there. A sustained push into last. They knew that they had much more advantage in the Uber, so they just stayed healed and tried to kill as much people as they can. I want to take a look at Magnitude too, because he intrigues me as well. Taking a look at his rollout to middle. 9:43 on the clock. He is getting into middle, going the lower route right now, waiting for the jump. Here it is. Gets over to the enemy train, sees the medic, puts a rocket into him, but gets cleaned up. A lot of damage came in wave. Banny kills him. RR is going to take down Stradivarius. So again, a Banny RR show on middle. RR again onto SS. Let's click it over to him. He is high flying. He's on the medic. He takes down Wireless Fox. RR putting on a clinic. Gets another onto Jab. So RR going out of control. Zalox is going to clean up Fracture. And it is a second wipe in as many middles here in the second round.
I feel like it have really done their homework, because as soon as they saw it was that Valley push coming in right there from We Love Anime, everybody was stacked on the train just waiting to dish out those air shots. SS jumped up right after Magnitude and got totally destroyed. He managed to survive that, but just had no health, and they were already like at a man disadvantage. It was grim for them right there, but it were really on top of them in a great read, and they've seemed in control for absolutely every second of the game so far.
We had Stradivarius die in his mid house, but he has a much longer spawn than Banny. So Banny's telling his team to go right now. The blue Uber is popped left. They have to deal with that sentry. It's still up. Finally, the engineer actually switches off, so there is no more sentry. But this blue Uber has been mitigated. Red Heavy on the ground is spun up and shooting all sorts of heavy bullets into the blue team. Meanwhile, only one down for both teams. Wireless Fox on the red team for Red Medic. He does go down. RR gets him, and now he's flanking the Heavy on last with 66 HP. Admirable, just being a nuisance. Somebody's got to clean him up.
That was painful to watch. Nobody was there for Wireless Fox. He was just standing up top, trying to make his way back to spawn. Ended up dropping off RR. Finished him off with a nice little rocket there. Continues to harass, and it still survives. He seems to be just unkillable right here. Who's got the silver bullets? Now he's coming in, but fails the jump. Denied here by Scout. Finally dead. RR is down, but it's actually a man advantage here for it as they push forward, drawing players onto the point, trying to clean up. They're maintaining the man advantage. It's a 3 versus 4 game right now. Only one red player alive, and this will be a second round on the board for IT. Saved it.
Yeah. The scout play from the IT scouts was very strong there at the end, and RR right now probably feeling the pleasure of the 0 ping LAN rockets. Of course, these teams are on LAN, so they have 0 ping on both sides. Taking a look at the third middle. Admirable, you take it.
I'm watching the Zealoc's perspective. Pops one sticky out of house, then switches up to balcony. They're going to move on to the closet here and try and work their way in. First in though is Shrugger, following up from RR, who had jumped behind. Lots of distraction going on here, and really, man, We Love Anime have no clue where to look. That was just a sort of masterclass in how to push from the closet there, I think, from it.
Yeah, sort of the trend of this season, if you haven't been paying attention, if you're just joining us and you don't know what's going on, it was miles above, well, Eat and Mix Up were miles above the rest of the competition in this season of Invite. And this is sort of going the exact way we had expected it to go. It are head and shoulders above.
What?
And we're seeing that right now.
Oh man, so many It's, so many R's. It's confusing.
Right, I know.
They managed to take the top lobby here, trade it Stradivarius for Banny. Not bad. That's the caller down, as I understand it. So he's calling from the spawn queue right now. He's sent his team in here. They've again struggled to deal with that Sentry. The Uber's faded. They're going to get their combo out at least, but they didn't manage to get any frags here. They got the Sentry down and find themselves 2 men down. Now Shrugger and RR going down, trying to push that right side at the same time. But maybe finally We Love Anime are going to get a foothold into the game. I won't jinx them, man, but it's a possibility.
Well, if they recap Spire, it'll be their first cap of the map so far, so definitely looking for them to do that. They do have a 40% Uber advantage. Wireless Fox is ticking his up. He's at 92%. He's got to actually get with somebody to get that Uber up. In the meantime, Indust is ticking closer and closer to that Uber. The advantage for the red team is slowly dwindling. It's about to be not an advantage. I always say when it's within 20%, it's no longer an advantage. And now we're going to see the blue team is going to get their Uber up. So we're going to have an Uber versus Uber standoff. And the red team are down 3 players. The blue team should be able to shove in right now. They're still playing it a little slow. So the red team have spawned up their full 6.
Yeah, they had a real opportunity to go and force there, like when they had that 2-man advantage, especially with Fracture the Demo Man down. Like, no stickies, just a free pass to go for a bomb there, try and force the medic. But they've decided to play it slow, remain in control here. And right now, buffs being given out in that top lobby area as it decide how they want to push into last. They don't face a sentry this time. They might be able to scout that one out, but there is a player behind. They can isolate. Stradivarius manages to take down Xelox though. And that's a decent trade right there on defense.
Solid trade, and the Ubers were popped in the meantime. So the Red actually did a good job of realizing that once Blue were down their demo man, they were going to force them to pop, basically taking the push out of their hands. Things might reset here as both the Red team have not pushed out to advance the play, but they definitely took the Uber away from the Blue team. They've lost Mangachu, but things have reset.
Yeah, this is almost a situation I feel more comfortable in pushing. Like right now, there's no Ubers. It can make some plays here and use that sort of advantage on Spire. Like, it's quite easy to defend from there, but no! WELOVEANIME just say yes, this is time to push. We're going in dry, pick up 3 frags there. RR, Xelox and Lansky down in the blink of an eye, and WELOVEANIME's Wireless Fox sitting on an Uber advantage here. It's still Medigun versus Medigun as they move out onto Grey Bridge, taking control of Spire. They've got ×7 up there, baby. Jeez, what a play.
They want that cap. They want that first cap, and they got it. So, WELOVEANIME getting their first cap of the tournament so far, and like you said, a nice job.
Look at RR. Oh, denied.
RR high flying, trying to get plays going. Gets killed in the end. A nice arrow from Wireless Fox to heal up his hurting teammate. But now, like you said, the Ubers are up for both teams, and Red team are taking it into the middle house. Here we go. Early pop from the Blue team. They need to make sure that Indus pops. It's a late pop, so a much better Uber for the Blue team. Going to take a look at Shrugger, see what he can do on middle. He's getting flashed a little bit. Lance is going to kill SS. Shrugger is going to kill Mangachu. And the Red team now are just throwing their lives away on the Blue blob on the point. They are 3 down suddenly.
Yeah, I mean, it's a tough call as medic there. They go in and the Uber doesn't go their way. Wireless Fox knows he has time to get out. But at the same time, Mangachu was behind. He could have stayed in and just tried to ride it out with SS, do as much damage as possible. But he opted to run and lost 2 players and has continued to lose players. And now they find themselves on last, still players down. And that was just like one failed push leading to a total rollback of 2-3 points there.
After that failed push on middle, it was certainly the domino effect, and Blue team just crumbled. As we are at the half, teams are going to have to ready up, and we're going to be switching colors for the team, so let's not be confused by that.
Oh, I'm a dumbass Euro. I got like sticky notes on my thing. They switch at half time, the teams are going to change color.
But yeah, WELOVEANIME definitely not starting off on the right foot. But like I had mentioned earlier on in the second round, this is kind of how we expected things to go. It is just so much better than WELOVEANIME, also much better than the 3rd place seed, lost in translation. Things a little bit closer there, but definitely in this one, we're going to expect a 5-0 from it, and I would actually go out to say that I think it would be upset if they didn't 5-0 WELOVEANIME. They're in it to win it. They want to win this tournament. And to do that, they're gonna have to show how dominant they are versus a team like WELOVEANIME. And so right now, WELOVEANIME, they are the victims of that.
Yeah, I mean they know that they're the better teams in their minds, but I still respect the fact that they've remained sort of in control, playing a solid game. They had opportunities where they could have just tried to skill it and say, you know, we're the better team, we're going in here, but they didn't. They just waited until they were very comfortable and assured of making a successful push. They did get caught once with their pants down, and I suppose that's the wake-up call that they need, that while these teams might be inferior, they still can produce some shock results, so you have to stay focused, surely, even at LAN.
One of the things about the teams that Banny has always been on, and now when he's joined by players like Indust and RR, they're very professional, and they're going to make sure that they're always trying their best, staying in form, and we can see that right now. Like you said, even though they're ahead, and they're clearly the better team, they're keeping their heads in it, and they're not going off, they're not playing aggressive just for the sake of it. We are entering the second half Admirable, so I've been talking so much, I'm going to let you take it.
Yeah, no switch up here from WELOVEANIME, no crazy strats coming out. They're going to run cookie cutter to middle, no crits Krieg, nothing like that on the field. I'm watching Mangachu as he rolls out through choke, little skip jump here, coming through choke right now. He's going to play on his own trade, skip jumps into the house here, but hasn't managed to do much damage yet. He has been spotted out though, and that creates a diversion here for WELOVEANIME to take some ground if they want. They're going to try and stop and deal with Lansky. He's jumped up with his 300 RR as well, still trying to deal with Mangachu. So much opportunity there not taken by WELOVEANIME, and they find themselves 2-3 players down. Trade it just for Lansky there. They're going to have to look for the exit. They will get out with their medic, hopefully Fracture as well, jumping back to that race up. I'm just trying to find Wireless Fox now furiously. Yes, he's all the way back on last. Calm down, calm down!
He is safe. He wants to get this Uber because he knows it's his only chance, his team's only chance of trying to defend here for going down 4 runs. You see RR on the Spire, and RR had a nice jump on the middle point. Jumped with about 60 HP to land with 40 HP and kill Mangachu. Both Ubers are up right now, and the red team they are stacking over on the right side. It looks like it might come in over on the right. Nope, they were just feigning that a little bit. They're going to reset and go upper. We did see Fracture have traps up ahead. They're clearing that, the red team are. And the red Uber does come in and pop. They're going to force the blue pop. But what happened? Red team just gets on the point. Take it right away from WELOVEANIME.
I think that was like a tactical fail. You see the right hand side for the defender's perspective. They had 4 guys there, a heavy, a pyro, a soldier, and a medic. No one watching the point. Everybody too focused on denying that Uber, and well, they just got schooled right there onto another middle, and I'm watching the Fracture roll out to window while Zealox actually pushes from house, then drops under. He's going to try and do a lot of spam damage here on the slope, and he seems pretty much uncontested until Stradivarius steps in and hits him with the 2-shot. But meanwhile, the rest of WELOVEANIME just get outclassed again. I can't say it any better than that. They just aren't holding up here to the intense heat of it.
That was their best middle too. They managed to take 3 of it down with them. But there were 3 more alive and capping the point. And like you said, they're just a little bit outclassed. Wireless Fox managed to get out, so he's going to have Uber advantage. He is at 43% above Indus Uber. We do see SS right now on the Spire trying to recap the point along with his scout. The blue team definitely need to get something going here. They have that Uber advantage. That could be the catalyst for them to finally get the ball moving.
Wireless Fox regrouping with his team on the Spire there, and actually has himself a little bit of an Uber advantage due to that pick on Indus. Now they're moving forward, and they've just been given the point for free. This is the right move from it. They're going to back off. Oh, but the bomb comes in from Mangachu, and did manage to get Indus. He's down again. There's a full heal advantage here, full Uber advantage as well for WELOVEANIME as they finally get some momentum in the game. They're going to have to weather the storm though. Lansky's bombing in, manages to escape.
Fracture with a nice air pipe onto Sugar. Sorry to interrupt you there. It was a nice shot from him. A nice land pipe coming in from Fracture. And a good job from Mangachu making his mark on land, his shaking down Indus. And like you said, before I so rudely interrupted you, finally, WELOVEANIME getting the ball rolling and having some momentum.
Man, you don't have to apologise, you know, a man of your calibre. You're a TF2 legend, you could interrupt me all day, Bloodsire.
Aw, shucks.
We gotta give the fans what they want, man. You know, if you see something, call it out. Don't be polite. I don't expect Americans to be polite. Oh yeah, we're going there. It's Europe versus America.
Well then, I'm gonna go ahead and take the action while you go ahead and diss my country. We do see RR is getting in deep, takes down Jav. A whole lot of chaos happening over by that trash and lower lobby side. Lancy's actually gonna take down SS before SS took down Sugar prior to that. So there are 2 down now for the red team, who are back in their heels, trying to get something going. A 15% advantage in favor of the blue team. Definitely not enough. Blue combo is still in yard, and the red team are pushing out strong from Gray right now. This could be a little overwhelming for the blue team. They are forced to pop, and RR is on the point, being a nuisance, so they have to deal with that, and they have to deal with the fact that Indus is going to have his Uber. The red team are going to be looking to pop here. If you're the blue team, if you're WELOVEANIME, you need to try to get Indus to pop, and already down 2 players. Not sure it's going to happen.
Yeah, there was like a weird little window there where the combo of it had actually backed off, gone stairs to the battlements, and there was 2 players there that could have been picked on Spire, but like you say, all that Wireless Fox and WELOVEANIME had to go on was that they had a Uber advantage and they had to back off, but they sort of ended up trying to do both, caught in 2 minds. They were like, oh, where's the combo? Let's kill these guys. No, wait, now we're going to get smashed, and now they've lost Spire. Looks like they're going to lose middle as well, and maybe lose their own CP too. It looks like Zealox and Indus going to push up hard towards Trash, deny that, and they're already in position. Like, there's nothing you can do to defend here. This is just like a hopeless position to push from lobby back in there. They're going to go back to last WELOVEANIME, making the right move there for sure.
At some point, if you're Wheel of Anime, you have to make Indus pop. He just walked his Uber, full Uber charge from his last. Now he's on the other last. So he walked it across the entire map without popping. And now we see Wheel of Anime are facing that. They are close to Uber themselves at 97%, but there's a scout on the point. They need to get it. Finally, the blue Uber is popped. They are going to be able to defend here. 2 down now for the red team. Langston's going to take down Mangachu. Mangachu, the only death over on the blue side. Like I said, 2 down for the red side. So red team retreating a little bit. Lansky's staying strong, but he's going to get cleaned up by SS. And there are 3 down now for the blue team. Red team are spawning up.
Yeah, here come the spawns. Both scouts, Banny and Shrugger, straight in through that window. Actually, Banny goes in alone. Shrugger goes for the Hail playing around as medic. They're going to just regroup. Maybe they know they have a little bit of an Uber advantage here. Not sure how confident they feel pushing on a 15% Uber advantage, but they are working their way into the lobby here and trying to feel out their opponent, see what is happening on the blue side in terms of defense. Will it be that level 2 sentry again? No, if they look, they'll see not. But the Uber advantage is still being maintained. They're going to lead with it. They could pick Wireless Fox here, but he does back off into the spawn. Now, instantly they play the point again, and they've been so good at that. That previous push was denied whenever Banny tried to play for the point, but again, straight onto the point as soon as they're in spawn. Textbook stuff.
Yeah, we have Banny's team, Team It. They are the victors of the first match of the ESEA Season 15 LAN, kicking things off with a nice 5-0 win. Like we said, We Love Anime just a little bit outclassed, sort of got caught on that double-edged sword. Didn't want to have the Uber beat them, but at the same time, they needed to make sure they could defend the point, and they just got caught doing too much of one and not the other. And they go down 5 rounds to none here. As they enter the loser bracket, we should note that once you lose a round, this is a double elimination tournament, so they're not gone, they are just moved down, and they can fight their way. If they have the chops, they can fight and claw their way out of the loser bracket and hopefully extend their career in this LAN, but for right now, they're down.
Just popping open the stats right here. This is one thing I do enjoy about ESEA. Check it out, the damage output here. There's Zealox up top, head and shoulders above everyone else, put out 379 damage per minute. I'm trying to check out Fracture as well. You know, I was watching him hit a few nice pipes. Didn't really hold a candle to him in terms of damage output, but I do understand that he is a player with a bit of a reputation. A little ban there during the season, is that what you told me?
Yeah, a little bit of an issue with getting caught cheating on an alt. But it was on an alt, and the way ESEA's policy works is if you get caught cheating not on their system, there's really nothing that they care to do about it. And a lot of people had suggested that, you know, he was just messing around, speed hacking as a heavy in a pub. It wasn't really tied to his main account. I don't know, it's a big controversy. Maybe some people saying he wasn't going to attend LAN, some people daring him to attend LAN, but he's here. Obviously, he's not going to be cheating on LAN. I'm sure he's got a whole board of spectators behind him with their notepads reviewing everything he does. So he made it. Looks like
one
he's playing well.
comparison that might be worth checking out here is how RR compared to Magnitude. Just looking at RR stats, pretty impressive for a roamer. They're hitting 23 frags for 12 deaths, positive KD by some distance, a lot of damage put as well, 335 per minute. And then Magnitude, not really as prolific there, 8 frags to 16 deaths, only 213 damage per minute, but he was making some great distraction plays on at least a few of those middles. It just felt like his team didn't capitalize. They were a little bit scared, if anything, man. We love Anime looking a bit sheepish, I thought.
It's definitely hard to get anything going when your team's getting rolled, to put it not so nice. When your team's getting so rolled like that, it's hard to do anything, especially on a map like Badlands. But Mangachu, I'd say, was one of the star players of We Love Anime once he joined the team. In fact, once he did join the team, basically solidified their going to LAN. A little bit of a LAN race towards the end of the season, but with the Mangachu factor, definitely boosted We Love Anime. So they owe a lot of being here to him. Unfortunately, like I said, because of the role that it just handed them, wasn't able to get a whole lot going. And the same thing for the entire team. One of the faults with seeding fourth, especially in a season like this, the competition is just so much better in the top 2 teams than the rest of the league, and traditionally hasn't always been like that, but this is one of those seasons where it has been. Like I said, We Love Anime right now, they are all here for the first time at LAN, so they're just taking everything in, enjoying the experience, maybe not enjoying that 5-0 roll so much, but I'm sure they're just happy to be here, right?
Where's your dark horse, man? What happened to 6 cuties, you know?
I had some problems early on, some complications. I expect them to, they're a close-knit group of guys, cool guys. I expect them to come back next season. Having that first season of Invite underneath their belt, I expect them to be much better, much more experienced. And, maybe then they'll be my dark horse. I'll have to see.
You know what, man? I'm nothing if not a gossip hound. I'm gonna pick the brain of your encyclopedic knowledge here. You know, I've been reading the whole thing from the season, start to finish, last night in preparation for this. But any idea what's gonna happen after LAN? Is this like a transitional season? Will we see some of these new teams rise to compete? Or is it always going to be a top 2, top 3 in North America?
You're talking about the invite shuffle, right? After every LAN tournament, the losing teams reevaluate, and they all sort of get together around the large table and decide who's going to go where and who's going to be the next team to take down the previous winner. So I'm sure we're going to have some shakeups. There are a lot of teams, like I said, in invite this season who weren't as good as the top 2 teams, and I'm trying to dance around that and be as polite as possible. But I believe that if you take maybe 2 of those teams or 3 of those teams and you call certain players and you put them on a team, not that that's the right thing to do, but if you do that, you'll potentially end up with maybe 1 to 3 teams that are pretty solid and going to be pretty competitive. I can think of a few. Not going to name any names, but there are definitely some star players hanging around in some lower teams that if they get together with some of the mid-range teams. Grape, definitely a solid player. I guess we'll just say Grape because you coughed it in your very Golem-esque type grunt there. Yeah, Grape, a solid pocket. One of the biggest surprises to jump on the scene this season. Was in a LAN contention for a little bit. Was in a LAN race there, but his team just wasn't able to cut it in the end. Definitely a strong player. If he finds himself on a better team, he's got the chops to take him to LAN. So. Yeah, well, to give you a short answer after that extremely long-winded answer, yes, I do think we're going to see teams shuffling things up, and I don't know, we'll have to wait and see who those players are.